Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about why recovery needs to be this hard. All right. I know people are going to hate me for this one, but getting better from TMS, perceived danger, pain, symptoms, it needs to be hard. So, relax, breathe. Oh, by the way, I'm shooting this video from Las Vegas. Just got here Sunday in a 2-day workshop, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm juggling around the group coaching schedule a little bit. If you're in the group, double check in the members area where you join the call. The schedule is there, and I also posted it on Facebook. But the Monday call is happening as normal, just a little bit shorter, 2 hours instead of 3. Tuesday call is canceled, but Wednesday's going as normal, 2 calls, 1 and 7. So I'm operating on a 3-hour time difference. Hope everybody's well. So let's talk about this. Why recovery from perceived danger, pain, or symptoms needs to be difficult. So as we know, the brain is controlling everything. And the brain's primary job, absolutely, without a doubt, is survival. Safety, survival. That's it. Nothing else is near the priority of the brain's safety and survival focus. And so when the brain starts to create symptoms, it is based on the perception of danger. And it's doing its job. The brain is doing its job. It perceives something as dangerous and pain can happen. But then we become afraid of the symptoms and we become focused on it. Then we get medicalized. We go to doctor, treatment. Nothing seems to work and become more and more consumed by getting rid of these darn symptoms. And before you know it, we've got a brain that's hyper-focused on symptoms, hyper-alert, vigilant, always looking out for danger. And in that state, the brain's going to find other things that it perceives as dangerous. And you kind of get into this fear, pain, fear, symptom loop. And I'm not saying this to discourage anybody or put anybody into despair. This video will come around before I'm done with it. But the brain's doing a fantastic job of trying to keep us safe. But here's the key. It's operating on misinformation, bad data, bad information that thinks you're broken or truly in danger, and fear from that misperception. It is our job to teach this brain to go against its, I'll say, its primal function of survival and safety. It's our job to convince the brain that there's no true danger. And so it needs to be difficult, because if it were easy to teach the brain we're not in trouble, just by consciously knowing about something and, well, hey brain, turn it off. If it were to turn it off, we would probably get ourselves into more trouble, because we would probably tell the brain to turn off symptoms from real legitimate causes. And so this needs to be difficult, because we really need to sell the subconscious brain, which is operating this survival strategy. We really need to sell effectively, convincingly, credibly, confidently, consistently. How's that for a lot of C words? We really need to be very convincing of this brain, or of this concept that it's a falsely perceived danger. Because if it were easy to turn it off, we'd probably turn off symptoms that need to be there, because there might be something legitimate going on. So I don't mean to discourage anybody. I am the guy who says, yep, this stuff is hard. You'll never hear me say it's easy. You'll never hear me say, just do this and you're done. I try to make it simple. But simple doesn't make it easy. The concepts are simple. Perceived danger is a problem. Safety is the solution. Period. End of story. Conveying safety to overcome the brain's primal need to keep us safe and keep us alive. It needs to be difficult. It should be difficult. But here's the cool part. When you actually understand how the brain works, the purpose of pain is to protect us from a perceived, not always real, perceived danger, then it's our job. The simple answer is it's our job to learn what's going on, make sure we know that it's this perception of danger that's causing the symptoms, and then teach, there's nothing to heal, teach the brain that we're actually okay. We are convincing, we are selling, we are trying to convey this credible evidence of safety in amounts that will outweigh the brain's false perception of danger. So I don't want people to be discouraged by the concept that this is hard. Yes, it is. And I'll say it again and again. If you think recovery from this stuff is hard, you know what's much harder? Believing you're broken, believing you'll never get well, and staying right where you are. That is way harder than finding accurate information, making a decision to go all in on this stuff, building the confidence, becoming your own coach, becoming your own cheerleader, and picking yourself up time and time and time again. Yes, that is hard, but the alternative is much harder. One will get you out. One will get you through the symptoms and pains and allow you to return to normal living in a body that you're comfortable in. There's no pain, there's no symptoms. You know, I've really been chronic symptom free for like 14 years. This stuff can work, right? It does work predictably, reliably. So don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. Be inspired, because you're actually being given the keys to the kingdom. You are being given the keys to recovery. And it's really up to you. I know that's hard to hear, but it is up to you to convince yourself and do this sales job to convince your subconscious to give up on this primal survival strategy and turn off the symptoms. But when you do it, and you do it consistently and confidently and calmly, the brain goes, oh, look at that. Dan's not concerned with these things. I guess he's really not in danger. I guess he's really okay. And it works. So the key is accurate knowledge. Figure it out. Go to dansfaststart.com. That's where you see a playlist of videos for free that will map it all out for you. What causes symptoms? The second video is, does this apply to me? So go through that video, go through the assessments. isthispdp.com. And once you know that, you've really laid a good foundation. From there, it's knowing that you can implement this stuff too, just like everybody else who's gotten better before you. So I really believe you can do well. I know you can get better. But this stuff needs to be hard, so we're not overriding the brain's primary responsibility, which is keeping us safe. And as long as the brain perceives danger, the symptoms will continue. So ask yourself, are the things I'm thinking, doing, saying, the way I'm behaving, am I conveying that I'm actually okay? Or am I conveying that I am in deep trouble and I'm terrified? Because if you're terrified, the brain's not likely to turn off the symptoms. And I don't want you to become afraid of being scared, because a lot of people are like that. Oh no, what if I'm afraid of being afraid? Now it's just compounding. It doesn't have to be that way, because when you know what's going on, you can really utilize that accurate knowledge to convey safety credibly. Let that sink in. When you really know, holy crap, I'm really not broken, the task of teaching your brain that you're actually okay is so much easier. So dig into this stuff, folks. You're in the right place. I know you can get well. If you want some help, group coaching, it's available. painfreeyougroup.com. The details are there. The schedule, the cost, it's $100 a month, renewing automatically, but you can cancel anytime to prevent future billings. It's all in the support menu. It's really easy to do. And we have people coming and going all the time. So this stuff needs to be hard because the brain's primary job is safety and survival. But the good news is, once you know how this system called the human body, brain, the pain system all functions, you can work within that framework to teach the brain that it's operating on bad data and fear, and we can turn this stuff off. So I hope you'll dig in and go for it. Know that you're in the right place. Know I'm actually okay. And make it your dominant thought that I'm good. I'm not concerned. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Hope everybody's doing great from Las Vegas. We'll see you folks tomorrow. Take care.